Let's dig into a recent hit piece written about me that tragically misses the point when it comes to sexual health and STIs. Take note, if you will, of the specific mention of casual sex and how this is going to be a through line throughout the entire article. It's news to me that I normalize herpes and other STIs contracted through specifically casual sex, as if any other kind of sex doesn't pose a risk. It must be Groundhog Day because a second article popped up with a through line of casual sex also. So much so that every single influencer mentioned was noted as having contracted their STI through casual sex, except for yours truly, because I didn't contract it through casual sex. What I want to know first is what qualifies casual sex. Are we talking one night stand or the long-term, long-distance, low-commitment girlfriend that we're cast into when we're hoping for more? Are we talking 3 dates in or 3 months? Are we talking one person seeing 3 other people or 3 people seeing only you? It's not clear-cut, is it? And it doesn't matter, because no matter what circumstance you get an STI under, you're still shamed. And while they try to make a case against the kind of sex you're having, they're sidestepping the fact that their gripe lies with sex, period. Because you can get an infection walking into a grocery store, but rubbing flesh suits together and getting one is a scandal. A scandal that Time Magazine already tried to make happen in 1982 when they blamed herpes on the sexual revolution, even though it's been around for millions of years. It's 2023 and we're still blaming hookup culture and women for the spread of STIs, even though it's something that men have been doing since the dawn of time. But alas, Ken does beach. So only random people spread STIs, not people who are in monogamous relationships, people who lie or cheat, people who are simply born, people who engage in non-sexual activity. How about asymptomatic spread or lack of screening or assault? Nah, just hooking up. Indeed, nothing is off limits with a consenting partner just because you have herpes, but careful, because misquoting me without context could be grounds for defamation. The true intent of this article is to demonize your right to explore your sexuality however you please and to scare you into marriage as a safeguard, as if that's ever kept us safe. And if you're going to try to tie the recent spike in STIs to women having more casual sex, I would hope that you'd understand how a global pandemic can disrupt access to, screening of, and diagnosis of STIs overall. Not to mention that the only major spike in STIs was syphilis, which actual experts attribute to things like the perpetuation of shame and stigma, which your article is contributing to. Given your claim to empower women, I would hope that you're familiar with the vulva and how that makes us more susceptible to infection than our propensity to sleep with random men. They almost ended on an educated take before they talked about how we shouldn't fake compassion for women that are giving their bodies away. If I wanted to go back to the 50s, I would just watch an episode of Mad Men. Using my name and advocacy to peddle this misogynistic bullshit to your readers is the most negligent take I've ever seen. My message has always been about compassion and empowerment, and unlike you, I've never faked either.